Some places become famous because of the lives they sheltered. Others become infamous because of the deaths they witnessed. In the quiet town of Amityville, New York, one ordinary-looking house would become the center of one of the world's most controversial paranormal stories. What happened within its walls has been debated for decades. Some believe the house was haunted by an evil presence. Others believe the truth is far more disturbing. Tonight, we uncover the true story behind the Amityville House. This is the Hollow Signal. The Amityville House, the complete timeline. November 13th, 1974, the night of the murders. Just after 3 in the morning, 23-year-old Ronald DeFeo Jr. used a .35 caliber rifle to murder his entire family inside their home at 112 Ocean Avenue in Amityville. The victims were Ronald DeFeo Sr., Louise DeFeo, Dawn DeFeo, Allison DeFeo, Mark DeFeo, John Matthew DeFeo. All 6 victims were found lying face down in their beds. Police were puzzled because none of the neighbors reported hearing gunshots, and there were no signs of a struggle. November 14, 1974. Ronald DeFeo Jr. initially claimed that a mob hitman had murdered his family. After hours of questioning, his story fell apart. He eventually confessed to killing every member of his family. November 1975, a new family moves in. Roughly 1 year later, George and Kathy Lutz purchased the house for a bargain price because of its tragic history. They moved in with their 3 children. Friends reportedly warned them about the murders, but they believed they could start a new life there. The house blessing. Shortly after moving in, the Lutz family invited a Catholic priest to bless the home. The priest later claimed he heard a voice whisper, "Get out." He also claimed he suddenly became ill while inside one of the upstairs bedrooms. This account has been disputed over the years, but it became one of the most famous parts of the story. Strange events begin. Within days, the Lutz family claimed disturbing things started happening. According to them, rooms became unnaturally cold. Doors slammed shut by themselves. Strange foul odors appeared. Green slime oozed from walls. Swarms of flies gathered in one upstairs room despite it being winter. Kathy claimed she saw shadowy figures roaming the house. George said he woke every night at around 3:15, close to the estimated time of the DeFeo murders. The children's imaginary friend. Their youngest daughter, Missy, reportedly began talking to an unseen friend she called Jody. The family described Jody as having glowing red eyes and sometimes appearing as a giant pig-like figure outside the window. No evidence of such a figure was ever found. Increasing fear. The family claimed the activity became more violent. George said he became unusually angry and withdrawn. Kathy reported seeing George transform into an old woman in bed. They also claimed furniture moved on its own, unexplained noises echoed through the house, and invisible forces touched or pushed family members. January 14, 1976, the escape. After living in the house for only 28 days, the Lutz family fled, leaving most of their belongings behind. They never spent another night there. The investigation. Months later, paranormal investigators, including Ed Warren and Lorraine Warren, visited the house. One famous photograph from the investigation appears to show a small child with glowing eyes peeking from a doorway. Supporters believe it captured a ghost. Skeptics argue it was likely a living person or a photographic artifact. 1977, the story goes to public. Author Jay Anson published The Amityville Horror, based largely on the Lutz family's account. The book became an international bestseller. Hollywood later adapted it into several horror films, making the Amityville House one of the world's most famous allegedly haunted homes. The controversy. As the years passed, investigators discovered inconsistencies in the Lutz family's story. Some witnesses challenged parts of their account, and critics suggested elements may have been exaggerated or fabricated. No later owners of the house publicly reported experiencing the same dramatic paranormal events. To this day, there is no conclusive evidence that the house was haunted, though many people continue to debate the case. The Amityville House remains one of history's most famous paranormal mysteries. The murders inside its walls are undeniable historical fact. What happened after the Lutz family moved in, however, remains a question that has never been conclusively answered. Were they victims of something beyond explanation? Or did fear, grief, and imagination create one of the greatest ghost stories ever told? The answer is left to history and to you. The Amityville House remains one of the most famous and controversial paranormal cases in history. The murders that took place inside those walls are documented fact. What the Lutz family claimed to experience afterward remains a mystery, one that continues to divide believers, skeptics, and investigators to this day. Was the house truly haunted, or did fear and tragedy create one of the greatest ghost stories ever told? Only those who were there know the full truth. Thank you for watching The Hollow Signal. If you enjoy true horror stories, paranormal mysteries, and unexplained encounters, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next investigation. Until next time, keep listening. Some signals are never meant to be found.